Today we are going to discuss about the parental care in amphibians. That means the parents care their eggs and young ones. So we'll see the definition of parental care, that is the care of eggs or of young ones or of both taken up by the parents is called parental care. In amphibians, we see two categories, that is, one category will not take care of eggs or young ones, and second one is taking care of the eggs or young ones, that is parental care. Many amphibians, that is like Rana tigrina, lack the parental care. Such animals freely shed their eggs and sperms into the water, and they do not care as to what happens to the eggs or their young ones. Fertilization, development, and survival of the young ones are all a matter of chances. That means the living chances are less. In some amphibians, parental care is well developed. Such amphibians show extreme modification in behavior and also in the structure. So, the parental care in amphibia includes two types. First one is the by building the nest, and second one is the direct caring by the parents. So, this category, that is building the nest, that includes three types. First one is the mud nurseries and nest. Second one is the constructing the nest on trees. Third one is the laying the eggs on trees or under stone or away from the water. And second one is the direct caring by the parents. So this includes tadpoles carried by the parents, then eggs protected by male, then eggs carried by the parents. So this includes, that is, eggs wrapped around the eggs, then the legs carried on the back of female, then the eggs carried on the belly of the female, and in some in the gular pouch, and in some amphibians the eggs are carried into the mouth. Then in some the body coiling around the eggs, and last one is the ovoviviparity. So first we see about the uh, building the nurseries and nests. So this type is a primitive, that is primitive method of parental care. In this, the eggs laid into the nest and protected from the enemies. So this consists three types. One is the building the mud nurseries and nests. The example, that is Hyla faber, commonly it is called as a tree frog. In this, the female builds the basin-shaped nursery in shallow water, that is on the border region of a pond, and this shape, that is basin shaped nursery or nest that is about 3 to 4 inches and it has a circular wall. This wall emerges above the surface of water. The eggs are laid into this nursery and the eggs and early larval stages get protection from aquatic predators. And afterwards, during the heavy rainfall or rains, the destruction of the wall of the nest takes place. And after destructing the wall, the larva escapes to the pond water, that is general pond water. You see the figure, that is Hyla Faber building a nursery, that is near the bank or pond water. In the shallow water there is building the nest, that is with the help of mud. The second example, that is the Rhacophorus sigeli. It is also called as the common Japanese tree frog. So in this, initially, that is the parents which are going to mate, they dig a tunnel or chamber is created. Then mucus is secreted by female cloaca. It is beaten by hind legs, that is the mucus is beaten by the hind legs to convert it into a froth. Froth means that is a face. Then eggs are laid into the frothy mass and the development begins. The bubbles of the frothy mass collapse and the froth liquefies. This liquid carries the larva down the sloping tunnel into the pond water and the further development takes place in the pond water. You see the figure, that is nest of Rhacophorus sigeli, that is the parents which are going to meet, they dig a tunnel or chamber. Then the female secretes a mucus and it creates a frost, that is eggs laid in this frothy mass, and afterwards this froth becomes liquefies and they sloping into the tunnel and they come into the water and the further development takes place in this water. Then constructing nest on trees. Simply they construct nest on trees. Initially, a branch of tree is selected which is overhanging the water. This is the compulsory requirement. One or more leaves are glued together. एक किंवा दोन पानं एकत्र चिटकवलं जाते, glued together. That is by using a sticky secretion. Sticky secretion कुठून मिळते? That is secreted by cloaca. Thus nest is prepared. The mucus is secreted by cloaca which is beaten by hind legs to a froth. Then eggs laid into the froth. The tadpoles on hatching drop into water, and further development takes place into the water. You see the figure. Initially there is selection of the leaves which are overhanging on the water, and afterwards one or two leaves glued together, दोन्ही leaves चिटकूते, and afterwards the female secrete a mucus, and that uh, forms the froth, and in this froth it lays the eggs, and after hatching from the eggs the larva jump into the water, and further development takes place in water. And third one is the laying the eggs on trees or under stone and away from water. The female lays large size eggs in damp places. Damp means दलदलच्या ठिकाणी, that is under stones or on plant leaves, and the entire development of young ones takes place inside the egg because the size of these eggs are large. The young frog hops out as an air breather. Example, tropical American hylodes.